Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with another scrapbook process video, and today I am participating in a really fun hop in celebrating Jen, who is Kaezmum on YouTube, and she reached 1,000 subscribers, and so we thought it would be fun to do a hop celebrating her 1,000 subscribers. And for this hop, we all decided to choose one of Jen's layouts and scrap lift it. And so that is what you saw at the beginning of my video. I had a layout that I chose from Jen's channel, which I will have Jen's channel linked down below, so be sure to go over and give her a congrats on hitting that 1,000 milestone. And so we chose a sketch, and I chose this really fun sketch with the ice cream for the layout that I would scrap lift. And I will say that I kind of go in my own direction, but I do take and keep to the same sort of design or layout, I will say, for this, for my take on Jen's layout. Now, the first thing that you saw me doing there while I was talking was creating my background, and I followed the same thing that Jen had, and I have sort of the center part of my layout has this wash of color, and in my case I'm using purples and blues, and so I went ahead and did that for my background, let that dry, and then I did matte that white cardstock on a piece of sort of a royal blue cardstock so that I sort of frame my layout, which is sort of typical for most of my layouts. I will put a cardstock frame on whatever I'm using, whether it's pattern paper or white cardstock. And now you see the photo that I'm going to use, and I'm just taking all of these pattern papers and chopping them down to create some mats that will go behind my photo. They don't all span all the way around my photo. I just wanted to get a representation of each of these patterns behind my photo. Now, you will have also seen before I started to mat my photo, I did show you a cut file, and it is of a rainbow, and I did go ahead and off camera I backed the center of the clouds with vellum, and then the inside portions of the rainbow I did take the same pattern papers that you see me using for mats around my photo. I did go ahead and add some sequins over top of each of these patterns, and those are going to be sort of the insides of my rainbow. I did that off camera. I had actually started playing with this cut file before I decided to go ahead and use this sketch for this layout and actually turn my camera on. So I did do that piece off camera, but it was very simple. I just took the inside cut from my silhouette and traced those pattern papers, and then took and glued each of those colors of sequins for each of the sort of rays of my rainbow, I should say. And so that is how it is going to look on the page once I eventually get it glued down. My rainbow is going to take sort of the center portion of that band, kind of like where Jen has her photo. I'm going to have my cut file and my photo, and then I'm going to build two clusters, one in each corner, just like Jen's photo, or just like Jen's layout, I should say. And so you see me, I have everything laid off to the side there, all the bits and pieces that I pulled. I basically just went to my stash, and I have some flare, which I'm going to use 3 flare, just like Jen did on hers. And I'm going to have, again, that cluster in each corner, and then I'm going to have a cluster right by my photo as well. I did want to also incorporate the stamping that Jen had in the background of her layout, and so I have this cloud stamp from, I believe this is from a Dear Lizzie. I don't remember what collection, but this is the stamp cloud that was in that stamp set, and it has both the cloud filled in, and then it has an outline. And so I'm going to do the cloud in a lighter blue and then take this darker blue and I'm going to do the outline around those clouds. So that just again mimics that same stamping that Jen had in the background of hers, and I just wanted to add this little fun cloud element to go along with my rainbow. And there you see I'm just going to build each of my clusters out again. I will be gluing all of this down off camera, so I won't make you watch all that, but I did want you to see sort of how I build out each of my clusters. Now, I was finding that the center of the layout where I had put all that color, it was really bright, so I had some extra cut file pieces of clouds, and so I did add a couple there in the middle, and it just kind of takes some of the focus away from that really bright blue that there was a really high concentration of in the center. So I do like those extra clouds kind of being there in the background. And now I'm just going to build up each of the clusters. I have some cut aparts and some, like I said, some flare that'll go in each of the clusters. I also have some birds. Those are from the Paige Evans Bloom collection. So most of the papers I think that I'm using for this one are from the Paige Evans Bloom collection, and then everything else is just bits and pieces from my stash. I basically just went into my color bins and just pulled out anything that sort of went with these color tones. And there you see I have everything glued down. That bluebird did move from the top down to the bottom. And once I have everything glued down, I'm going to work on my title. I have a combination of those, I want to say My Mind's Eye blue tile stickers, and then I have these really old thickers. They're a foam. I forget the name, and I don't think I have it on, that I showed it on camera, but I basically am almost finished of it, and I was able to spell out the word sunshine, so I decided to make my title My Sunshine. I'm also going into this sticker book from the Bloom collection, and I'm just going to pull out 3 hearts that match the colors that I'm going with on this layout, and I do believe that is all I pull from there. Now to finish off this layout, I am going to, just like Jen did on hers, sprinkle some sequins, which you're going to see me do that here. So while I'm gluing down my sequins, I will remind you that all the links will be down below. So please make sure that you hop along and take a look at all the fun inspiration that we'll have out there today based on some layouts from Jen. And again, be sure to go over to Jen's channel. And if you aren't already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and give her a congrats on hitting that 1,000 milestone. So here I am just going to sprinkle in these sequins. These were sequins that I had gotten in the Bloom collection that I'm using, which was from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and so these coordinate perfectly with that collection, and so I'm just sprinkling these around. This again is in keeping with Jen's original layout, and so like I said, my layout kind of keeps some of the same design elements, but is not an exact scrap lift, which is what's really fun about taking and using layouts as inspiration. You can kind of make them your own. So this is a great example of that. And so I'm going to dot these last couple of sequins in here, and then there will be still photos coming up at the end. So guys, I'm going to leave you with the still photos, and please be sure to check those links down below. And with that, guys, I will catch you on the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.